A legendary climber vanished without a trace. No body, no gear. This is the most bizarre Denali disappearance that still haunts us in 2025. Denali stands 20,310 feet high, North America's tallest peak. But what makes it the most dangerous isn't the altitude, it's the isolation. Temperatures fall below -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Storms slam climbers with 100-mile-per-hour winds, and barometric pressure near the Arctic Circle makes it feel even higher, closer to 23,000 feet. And the worst part, unlike Everest, Denali has no Sherpas, no fixed ropes, no safety nets, and rescue is often impossible. This mountain tests more than your strength, and in winter, it becomes one of the deadliest places on planet Earth. Why climb Denali in winter and alone? Imagine being dropped off in this frozen wasteland. For some, it's not just about the summit. It's about confronting fear, silence, and death itself. Only a handful have ever attempted winter ascents. Most failed. Some died. But in the 1980s, solo winter climbs were the ultimate proving ground for elite adventurers. Naomi Uemura wasn't chasing glory. He was chasing the edge of human endurance. Denali in February meant total isolation, zero rescue, and near-certain storms. And knowing the risks, Naomi went anyway. Naomi had achieved legendary status in the world of mountaineering, the first man to reach the North Pole solo, the first to raft the Amazon alone. He'd already conquered Everest, Kilimanjaro, and Mont Blanc. But Denali, in winter, alone, that was madness. And that's exactly why he did it. But driven by a hunger for isolation and extremes, he believed true adventure meant facing death completely alone. In February 1984, he made his final ascent. He radioed from the summit and then vanished without a trace. Even though he summited, what followed next was horror. On February 12, 1984, he radioed a brief message. He'd reached Denali's summit, alone, in winter. It was a historic moment, but after that, silence. Days later, search teams reached his final camp, a tent shredded by wind, his diary confirming the summit, and one line of footprints disappearing into a storm. No body, no gear, no radio, no clues. It was as if Denali had swallowed him whole. There were no signs of a struggle or a signal, just snow, wind, and an empty void. In mountaineering history, few disappearances have ever been this clean or this chilling. The search teams rescued everything, but what they found broke their spirits. The search for Naomi was exhausting. For days, rescuers faced deadly whiteouts, hidden crevasses, and freezing winds as they combed Denali's slopes. They risked their lives to search for any sign. Some returned shaken, haunted by the feeling that the mountain was watching, hiding something. Aerial teams flew over glaciers, ridges, and ice fields. Ground crews braved frostbite and avalanche-prone slopes. Days turned to weeks, and hope began to fade. The failure to find even a scrap of gear gnawed at the team. Naomi's disappearance shattered the confidence of those who tried to bring him home. Denali had erased him and humbled everybody who dared to conquer it. His disappearance shook more than just Japan. It rewired how climbers approached Denali. Winter expeditions stalled. Rescue protocols were rewritten. Future solo climbs were discouraged or outright banned by guide services. His name became a cautionary tale, studied in alpine schools and risk assessment seminars. Even now, in 2025, many Denali climbers pack emergency beacons and updated survival systems because of what happened to Naomi. His vanishing created a psychological fault line, a reminder that no amount of training or tech can guarantee a safe return from Denali's wrath. But some people believe that the mountain never fully buried what it took. Years after he vanished, strange rumors began surfacing. Climbers whispered about ghostly figures seen through snowstorms, always alone, just out of reach. Others claimed to spot gear half buried in melting ice, only for it to vanish before verification. Nothing was ever confirmed, no photos or hard evidence, just stories. Denali had erased a man in a way that even imagined sightings felt like hope clawing at the void. The deadly mountain had now become a legend maker. But in 2025, Denali's danger is evolving into something worse. Climbers today arrive with satellite phones, GPS, avalanche beacons, and cutting-edge gear. Technology has made solo winter attempts seem doable again. But Denali isn't the same mountain that he once faced. Rangers in 2025 report stronger wind systems, unstable crevasse zones, and sudden whiteouts that defy forecasts. Snow bridges collapse without warning. Climate change has made the terrain more volatile, and a false sense of confidence has proven to be more fatal. And the end result? A growing list of rescues, close calls, and near misses. Decades later, the theories are chilling, but still none of them feel complete. Theory 1 is that he was descending when a sudden whiteout struck. Blinded, he may have stepped into a crevasse, swallowed without a trace. Theory 2 says an avalanche buried him mid-rest or during setup. No chance to even struggle, just silence. Theory 3 might be the most chilling. The isolation broke him. Hallucinations, disorientation, a wrong turn into the unknown. Every theory feels plausible, yet none explain the eerie cleanliness of his disappearance. Whatever happened up there, that mountain made sure that it stayed buried far from reach. In his diary, he wrote of exhaustion, of frostbitten fingers, of storms closing in. Experts later analyzed his entries. Many believe he was already deteriorating mentally and physically. The altitude, the cold, the solitude. He was likely hallucinating, starving, and sleep-deprived. Maybe he didn't fall into a crevasse. Maybe he walked toward it thinking it was shelter. Or maybe he simply gave up. We'll never know. But those final entries weren't triumphant. They were fading. It's almost as if he knew the mountain had already begun taking him.